Morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to CATEX TV. June 30th, the end of the second quarter, the end of the first financial half. It's also a day of some deadlines, as we'll talk about in a minute. However, there was an airplane crash. An Indonesian Air Force C-130, or Hercules, which is a 4-engine propeller plane, crashed in the country's third largest city of Medan, M-E-D-A-N, shortly after takeoff this morning. At least 113 people have been confirmed dead. Local TV footage showing wreckage of the downed planes, a crumpling, burning car, a shattered building that local media is saying was a spa as well as homes. The smoke is billowing from the site and several thousand people are milling about nearby. Meanwhile, the news from Greece is as follows. The Greek finance minister, Varoufakis, confirmed that Greece will not pay the International Monetary Fund debt that is due today. Meanwhile, the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, has made it very clear that she's still open to talking, although she is not aware of any breakthrough. There's still a chance of a deal between the European part of Greece's bailout comes to an end. That expires at midnight tonight, which is going to be at about 6 p.m. Eastern time. She's not aware of any solid indications to the contrary, meaning that she's not aware of any fact that the default is not going to come. The European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker is continuing to make last-ditch efforts to help Greece stay within the bailout deal. However, the vote in Greece, the referendum, is still scheduled for this coming Sunday. It's not quite known yet exactly what's going to happen, as is predicted. Meanwhile, today is also the day that the framework deal between the Iranians and the group of the U.S. plus 5 is supposed to occur. Clearly, that timeline will not be met, although the Iranian foreign minister did say publicly today that he does have a mandate to execute the deal, which is a little bit different from what the Supreme Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been saying, in which he's been indicating that he doesn't think a deal should be done. In insurance news, the broker Willis and professional services company Towers Watson are involved in an all-stock merger of equals. It's about an $18 billion deal. It's going to see Willis shareholders take 50.1% of the new company. Towers Watson shareholders will take 49.9%. Towers Watson for a long time owned JLT Re, which they divested themselves of. Now they're going to have a reinsurance arm as well, and Willis is going to have an entity that brings it much, much closer to the primary customer. Berkshire Hathaway Specialty Insurance, the company that Mr. Buffett has set up to write primary insurance, has received a license to write property and casualty business in New Zealand. They also, as we had noted, received the same license in Australia not too long ago. 4 days of heavy rain have caused severe flooding in central China, killing at least 15 people. Another 20 are missing. This is deaths going on now in 4 provinces, and mainly from drownings, mudslides, and home collapses. Striking French ferry workers blocked the Eurotunnel this morning. Actually, it was last night, blocking trains and car traffic, actually riding on trains between England and France. Cross-channel services resumed early this morning, but there were long lines at the Eurostar station in St. Pancras this morning. Some people had ended up spending the night in the London Railroad station, approximately about 50. And in Japan, on the Shinkansen Bullet train on the main line between Tokyo and Osaka, a man poured flammable liquid over himself and set himself on fire. It killed him, and it also killed the passenger sitting next to him. The train was about 45 miles southwest of Tokyo, and the train immediately came to a stop. Services were disrupted on that Shinkansen line for several hours while they took the bodies of the 2 deceased away. That's the news for today. We'll keep an eye on the Greek situation. If anything changes, we'll let you know. All the stock markets continue to show negative indicators throughout Europe as well as in the U.S. when they open shortly. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.